Part 1, kiddos. I'm just tracing this box because Mr. Hoppa is going to hand these images to you. And it was a drawing that was done by Picasso. So most of you hopefully have heard of Picasso. And it was of a friend of his, Igor Stravinsky. And this man is not that cute, right? He doesn't look proportional. His hands are ginormous. His nose is pretty big. So Picasso always drew and painted in a way that was kind of unprecedented. Like, people didn't really know what to take from him. But you can see at the bottom it says Stravinsky by Picasso. I've traced this box already. Now, what I'd like for you to do is redraw this image. And you're going to be like, oh my God, I have to draw a person? But it is not about drawing a person. I want you to take the fact that this is a human being out of your head. It is just a bunch of lines on a piece of paper. So I want you to kind of try to focus on the fact that you're just looking at lines. So how do those lines interact with each other? What kind of shapes do they make? Are we looking at two lines that make a V? Is it a long V? Is it a big V? So instead of drawing it normal side by side, like on this little image here, I'm going to have you trace the box first, and just trace the box. If you trace it all, I will know. And Mr. Hoppa will be watching you, so he will know and tell me. So you're not tracing. What I want you to do is just try your best, and your best will get you a good grade as long as you are trying. So you're going to flip this upside down. You're like, why am I flipping it upside down? How am I supposed to draw a person upside down? But the point is, you're just going to expose a little bit at a time. And if this bothers you, like, I know you guys probably can't see it as well on the projector, but you can see the lines a little bit through here. If that becomes an issue, you could just take another sheet of paper and put it under there. So that way it kind of avoids you being able to see all that. But all you're going to do is just expose about an inch at a time. Now, you can feel free to go get a ruler. Let me get a ruler out of this container here. To measure how far apart things are. So you could measure, like, okay, from the side here, it's about 3/4 of an inch. So you can measure down here. Or if you're just good at eyeballing it, you could just eyeball it. So what I did is I lined up the sides so they make sure that the rectangle is pretty lined up. And now I want to leave this gap here. So I'm going to leave this gap here. And I'm going to draw just a section of the line. I'm going to try to leave a little gap between these lines. Just draw another section of the line. Then I'm going to try to replicate this V shape. You could even, like, come down and trace kind of with your hand to make sure you're going at the right location. I left a little gap there because there's a little gap there. I'm going to leave another little gap here. So you're just trying to draw across the same things that you see. So you see what I mean, that it takes him being a human right out of this equation. If you mess up, like I messed up, like this needs to come over more. So just move it over and use your eraser to get a nice fresh slate. Now, as you come across, if you see any mistakes that you've made in the past, like maybe this doesn't line up properly, maybe you got to move it over. Always keep checking those things, because if you make one mistake, what happens is it kind of dominoes and it affects everything else around it. So just go back, take your time, and you're just trying to replicate those lines as you see them at the top of the paper. Now, once you're done going across like that, you're just going to expose another inch, and you're going to move your way up. If you wanted to fold this under, you can. Just please do not draw on these copies, because I only have one class set. So you're going to return these copies when you're finished at the end of class. So that way the next class can use it. If you don't finish today, it's totally fine. You have time tomorrow to finish it. I think I gave this to you guys on Friday, so I'll be back and I will be able to kind of help you guys on Monday with the end. So don't stress. Take it easy. Do a little bit at a time. Again, if you need to use your ruler, you can use a ruler out of my bin up there just to make sure that you're marking things off, if that helps you. And good luck.